संस्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयो श्रुत्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। Today is the holy day of Swami Niranjananda Maharaj Jayanti, Shravana Purnima. This time it has come on 2 days. Yesterday also and today also the part of the Purnima is there. It is called Rakhi Purnima in the north, Raksha Bandhana. Swamiji was born in the month of August. The exact date is not known in the biography, so it is considered as a Purnima, Shravana Purnima, which comes in the August. He was one of the Ishwar Kotis. If Sri Ramakrishna has found out from his disciples that they have come as a Nitya Siddhas, they are already realized soul, they have come to help his mission on the earth. So in that mission, the mainly Swami Vivekananda, Swami Brahmananda Ji Maharaj, Swami Yogananda Ji, Swami Premananda Ji and Swami Niranjananda Ji. Out of 16 monastic disciples, these 5 monastic disciples were Ishwar Kotis. They came for the purpose of the rejuvenating the Sanatana Dharma in the light of the teachings of Sri Ramakrishna in the today's world. As we know, in almost all the life of the direct disciples, Sri Ramakrishna came to know much before their coming in the vision. So he was just waiting for their physical arrival. In the same way, this Nitya Niranjan, his full name is Nitya Niranjan Ghosh. The first darshan of Niranjanananda Ji happens in the Jadu Malik's garden house. Sri Ramakrishna had gone there and they were all sitting. This Nitya Niranjan's uncle was a spiritualist, a group of spiritualists. Spiritualists, they are the people who play with the ghosts, who become as a medium for the ghost. Their body becomes the, or their mind becomes the medium for the ghost, and some kind of trick or some kind of miracle they perform with the help of the power. So this is a group of people. Nitya Niranjan's uncle was a leader of that group. So naturally Nitya Niranjan, when he was staying with his uncle, he also got into the group of that mesmerizing and becoming medium, etc. Niranjanananda Ji was taking this as a kind of a trick, or you can say it is a play. And he was not serious what is happening, but he was in turn, he was getting more powers, mind powers. The more and more he used to concentrate on that, because he was really, as we know, Ishwar Koti, so he had powers and he absorbed the mental power, willpower was developed in him, and he used to cure the people as a medium. A wealthy person came to him once and told that I'm not getting sleep from last 18 years. And then as a medium, he gave some medicine, some trick he gave, and he was cured. But then he started thinking, a vairagya came to him that even after so much of wealth the person is having, this person is not able to sleep. The person that wealth is of no use. This came to his mind and he left that almost spiritualist group. During this period only, the spiritualist group came to Sri Ramakrishna and wanted to mesmerize Sri Ramakrishna. And they came to all Jadu Malik Garden House, and his uncle said to Niranjan, Niranjan, today we will be mesmerizing the Sri Ramakrishna who is called as a saint of Dakshineshwar. Let us go and try doing that. They came to Sri Ramakrishna and requested him that, yes, we want to mesmerize you. Sri Ramakrishna was just like a child. Okay, you can try. And he sat there in a chair. They started their ritual, moving their hands and seeing in the eyes, etc. And after all the rituals are over, second ritual, third ritual, that person could not mesmerize Sri Ramakrishna in any way, got defeated and accepted the defeat. You have got a very strong mind and strong willpower. We cannot mesmerize you. So Sri Ramakrishna, just like a child, he laughed it and asked Niranjan to come aside and told, you see, you come to Dakshineshwar, and told the other people, this is a very good boy. Very good boy, it's very guileless. You come to Dakshineshwar often. So, in Master Masha's Gospel, we see every time Sri Ramakrishna calls the disciples and devotees to come there, come there. So whenever the Master is calling, nobody could resist the call of his come there. So as it was, Niranjananda also could not resist the call. And as he had experienced that money is not giving any kind of peace to a person for which everybody is running after, then what is that? I must find out the meaning of the life. And meaning of the life is God realization. That's what the Sri Ramakrishna says. So he turns his complete mind towards the Dakshineshwar. He leaves that spiritual group and spiritualist group and go to Dakshineshwar. Take refuge in Sri Ramakrishna. This uncle does not like. Because one of the main person, the medium, good medium, is living means it's a kind of business for them. So they have lost the good person. So he rebukes the Niranjan, don't go to him. Niranjananandaji very in a straightforward manner says, sir, I am not finding any interest in these things because this is not going to give me any final peace. Then after certain arguments, his uncle agrees, already you want to go to Dakshineshwar, you are free to go. So now Sri Ramakrishna receives Niranjanandaji and first meeting is over, second meeting. By seeing him, he embraces Niranjan. Oh Niranjan, when will you realize God? Just a person has come. When will you realize God? The time is passing away. The days are going away. If you do not realize God, then the life is futile. And there is no meaning in your life. This Niranjan is surprised. Who is this person who is having so much concern for my spiritual life? And in the third visit or sometime, he gives a mantra diksha, a unique mantra diksha of writing the mantra on the lips. And 3 days and 3 nights, Niranjan repeats the mantra in the form of ajapa japa, continuous, without any efforts. He repeats the name of the Lord. After 3 days that he is not able to sleep, he is not able to even close the eyes. So he is frightened and comes to Sri Ramakrishna and says, "What have you done to me, sir?" Then Sri Ramakrishna understands and takes of the power of the mantra. He says that the experience which he had got during those 3 days has convinced him that only God realization is the only goal of life. So guilelessness is the first quality in Niranjan which Sri Ramakrishna has highlighted in the Gospel. Guilelessness, guile. The person who is open-minded, who has nothing to hide from the world. Everything is open. In small matters also, we try to hide things. In general, very small things which need not be hidden, but we try to hide things from the people, from the world. The guileless is a person who does not hide anything from the world. That is how the Sri Ramakrishna says, the guilelessness comes after the long tapasya of the previous janmas. Then only the guilelessness comes. The person is able to openly show everything to the world. Openly tell whatever is in his mind. In mind something is there and outside something is showing. That person cannot realize the God. Therefore, realizing the God, the person should be guileless. Nothing to hide. Everything is open. So, that way it goes on. The training of Niranjan starts. Niranjan, Rakhal Maharaj and Narendra, they were of masculine nature. Sri Ramakrishna says that these 3 disciples are of rational nature. They have the masculine. They won't believe as it is. They will first find out for themselves, reason it, and then they believe it. Some kind of jnana yogis. They were all jnana yogis. They are of rational nature. Once Alekh Niranjan, Sri Ramakrishna just he was chanting the Alekh Niranjan. The moment Niranjan word comes, he became so much emotional and he remembered his disciple Niranjan and then started telling, "Oh my Niranjan, when you will come? When will I will feed you?" So Alekh Niranjan means Alekh, the one which cannot be seen by these physical eyes. That is called Alekh. It's a Advaita term. So this Niranjanananda ji, from the beginning itself, Sri Ramakrishna knew that as a Jnana Yogi, his realized soul came for the helping in his mission, and he is from his inner circle. Somebody asked Niranjan, "Will you not marry?" Then Niranjanananda ji, as if something is bitten to him, he said, no, marriage is not possible. Marriage is a kind of whirlpool of Vishalakshi do. So once you enter into that, you cannot come out. You are drowned. The purpose of his life was very, very clear to him once he met Sri Ramakrishna. That is what we see in his life. Not ready to get entangled in the world, not ready to get entangled in any kind of attachment. This is mine, that is yours. You take what is yours, just leave it to me what is mine. That is a kind of a straightforward deal. There is no entanglement. That is what we see in his life till the last. Freedom from the senses. So, the freedom of the senses is for the brutes, for the animals. That senses are free. Whatever senses want, they can do. We are guided by the senses. But I am guiding the senses. That is freedom from the senses. Senses won't guide me. Senses won't attract. Senses won't tempt me anywhere in my life. That was the main pillar of his life plan. In the life of Nitya Niranjan Maharaj, we have seen that Sri Ramakrishna found out that he is a partial incarnation of Sri Ramachandra. In his childhood, he used to play with the bow and arrows. He used to like to play with bow and arrows. In the later days, Sri Ramakrishna said that he is a partial incarnation of Sri Ramachandra, and I am seeing him, he is sitting on the light. In the Swami Vivekananda's life, we know that Sri Ramakrishna had seen Swamiji sitting amidst the full of light is there, that is, light is consciousness. Sitting on the consciousness. So, the Brahman, the consciousness, is complete in him. That's what Sri Ramakrishna has seen, and it is recorded in the Gospel. As a human being, even the Ishwar Kotis and Siddhas, they had different limitations. In the same way, Nitya Niranjan had a limitation of temper. Very robust body, physically very strong, good height and strong man. Once in a boat, while coming to Dakshineshwar from Calcutta, some people started criticizing Sri Ramakrishna. This Niranjan did not like, and he asked them to stop it, because what you are telling is not true. You don't know the Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, you should go see, then only you can know. Then those people, they are worldly people, they say, no, we all know Sri Ramakrishna is nicely eating and spending the time, he is spoiling the minds of the young boys. When they started criticizing like this again, Niranjan got very angry. And in that fit of anger, he told those people, if you stop now, it is okay, otherwise I will drown this boat. The boat was a small, say maybe 20 people can sit there. And he was a very strong man. He can swim also. All the people got afraid, and he physically started shaking the boat. Because Guru's Ninda, if you are hearing, either you have to leave the place or you have to cut the tongue of that person. This is the Shastra Vakya. So, Guru Ninda, how I will be able to bear the Guru Ninda? That was this thing, and he became very angry. After once anger comes, then the person loses the control. He started shaking. Then all these people, they requested him, no, don't do it like that. We stop or we will not tell anything, something like that. Then anyway, he stopped shaking and he came to Dakshineshwar and told all this heroic incident to Sri Ramakrishna. Bhagavan became very much serious. He said, what have you done? In the fit of anger, you have become just like a mad person. Those people, you just consider them, those who do not understand, you consider them like worms. They do not know. So, instead of that, you have tried to drown the whole boat. That boatman is there, some other people are there, they were not telling anything. What would have happened if the whole thing would have done? It would have been a great sin. And it is not correct on your part. In the same way, it's a similar incident in the Yogananda Maharaj's life. We see Yogananda ji also Ishwar Koti, the Amsha of the Arjuna, partial incarnation of the Arjuna, but mild nature in this Janma. Mild means he will forgive the people even if they criticize the Guru. He won't tell anybody that don't do this, etc. To him, Sri Ramakrishna's instruction is different. He says, if you are just listening Guru's Ninda like this, then it will be bad for you. So, this type of training the disciples by Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna has shaped the life and the Swami Niranjananda ji. Today we have got a great life of Swami Niranjananda because of all this small training of Sri Ramakrishna. So, he is coming and going back home, again coming, serving Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna got cancer, serving him day in and day night. Then went to home for 2-3 days, came back. Sri Ramakrishna asks him, Acha, how do you feel about me now? What do you feel? Please tell me. Then Niranjananda ji says, earlier I used to love you, no doubt. But now I am seeing I cannot stay without you. Even if I go home, I will be simply repeating when I will be coming here, when I will come here. So, I cannot stay without you. I cannot live without you. Then the master comments that this cancer, this illness has proved one good thing, that who are all the devotees of inner circle, who are all the devotees of the outer circle. It has clearly shown to me. And that Niranjan is the word, the meaning is without blemishes. After the Mahasamadhi of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Vivekananda and others have gone to Atpur and then came to Baranagar, took the formal vows of sannyasa, and Nitya Niranjan got the name as Swami Niranjananda, the one who finds the joy in that Brahman which is without blemish. There are different incidents, even when the Kashipur, just before Guru Maharaj passing away, a small incident I shall tell. Sri Ramakrishna is fatally ill, completely bedridden. These 4 or 5 boys, they were serving him, wanted to, there is a palm date tree in the backside. they wanted to have the juice of it to drink. Young boys, they wanted to cut the fruit, and below that palm tree, there was a cobra snake, which they did not know. This Sri Ramakrishna came to know through his power. The moment he saw that boys are going to cut this thing, he runs to the tree and tells the cobra to get out from there. When Sri Ramakrishna is running and going from the staircase, in that condition, Holy Mother sees Sri Ramakrishna. How it is possible? He is not able to even change his side without anybody's help. Such a person is going and running. But she was puzzled. And then again she came, saw a bed, nobody is there. And she went away. Again Sri Ramakrishna came running and lied down. Then she came and asked her, what is this matter? You went so fast. You have no energy and how you could manage? Then he was a bit surprised. Oh, you have seen that? Don't tell anybody. This is children where they wanted to drink the juice. Cobra was there. So how I could simply lie down here? I went and drove the cobra. So when we all see this is all Leela, Sri Ramakrishna is making this movement or making these disciples ready for the next mission, his mission on this earth. So in this Leela, Nitya Niranjan becomes the gatekeeper of the Sri Ramakrishna. There are many incidents, we need not get into it. You can read in the biography of Swami Niranjananda ji, which is God lived with them. So after the Mahasamadhi, they took sannyasa. Then Niranjananda ji travelled, went to different pilgrimage places, Kashi, then Haridwar, Kankhal, etc. And he inspired some young men there to start some activity. He started in Kashi some small group of devotees for prayer hall, and then installed the Guru Maharaj picture, etc. That is what now the home of service what we are seeing. A much later stage it has come. So then Haridwar he goes, then he goes to Sri Lanka. He comes here in Sri Lanka, then 1897 he receives Swamiji in Colombo, and he comes to Ice House with Swamiji, Swami Sadanandaji, Swamiji and Niranjananandaji. Shivanandaji also I think is there. So all this he accompanies Swami Vivekananda, takes care of Swami Vivekananda the way he took care of Sri Ramakrishna. During the last days of Swamiji, he again stands there as a gatekeeper of Swami Vivekananda. So, when Brahmachari wanted to visit Swamiji, his own disciple, he won't allow. So that Brahmachari, when he was talking with somebody, Niranjananandaji, then the Brahmachari escapes through the legs and goes direct straight. Then Niranjananandaji says, like this, if Guru Bhakti is there, then only you can see the Guru, then only you can have the darshan of the Guru. You should not be afraid of taking any risk. Okakura from the Japan comes to Swami Vivekananda, then his health was not good, so Niranjananandaji takes Okakura to different places in the north like Agra, Gwalior, etc. Then as days go on, here Girish Ghosh, he becomes a little depressed because his wife's death, then the child death. Losing all hope in life, Girish was lamenting. That time, Niranjananda ji takes Girish goes to Holy Mother in Jairamvati. And that is how Girish Ghosh revives from that depression by the love of Holy Mother. Holy Mother as a Jagat Janani, Niranjananda ji had very well, much before, has understood. All other devotees, they were considering her as a wife of Sri Ramakrishna, living in Jairamvati. There is an incident, one Harish, who tortures her in Jairamvati, goes to Jairamvati and tortures her. We know that. She writes to all the brother disciples here in the Alam Bazar that time, I think, that the Harish has come here and he is torturing me. Please come to help me here. Like that she writes. And Niranjananda ji, then Sarada ji, all they come, 2-3 people, Shivananda ji also, I think. The moment Harish hears the name of Niranjananda, he runs away to Vrindavan. He is a person. So that type of, in the circle of the devotees, Niranjananda ji had a very heroic kind of, everybody used to be afraid of Niranjananda. He can go to any extent to serve the mother, to serve Sri Ramakrishna, to serve Swami Vivekananda. So in the Haridwar, when he was staying, these are the last days in 1904. When he came to know, he had a dysentery actually. And the dysentery was not stopping. Then many brother disciples, they served, Premananji served him and all. But it did not give any effect. Then he decided that he will go to Haridwar and leave the body. Before that he comes to Jairamvati and tells mother that, Mother, I want to eat from your hands. You have to cook for me and you will feed me like a child. So 3 days, Swami Niranjananda ji stays in the Jairamvati. Holy Mother also knows this, that this may be his last visit to Jairamvati. And he stays there, she feeds him with her own hands like a child. And then he goes to Haridwar. That time our ashrama is there in the Kankhal. Our hospital was there. Brahmachari came and requested him that, I want to serve you. Then Niranjananda Maharaj says, please die me peacefully, let me die peacefully. Leave me peacefully. Don't give this medicine, that medicine. I want to die peacefully. Because he had tried medicine, many have given the medicine in Calcutta. Now he has come to Haridwar and he wanted to die there peacefully. Then he contracted cholera also. With all this we come to know, even the Ishwar Koti, Nitya Siddhas, partial incarnation of Prabhu Ramachandra has to undergo this kind of suffering physically when they take the body, when they assume the body for the sake of the world. They have no purpose of their own. They assume the body just as a teacher of the world. So on 9th May 1904, this heroic monk of Sri Ramakrishna passed away in Samadhi and left the whole spiritual legacy that God alone is real. All whatever we are seeing in the world is all transitory, it's all temporary, by his own example and in his life. So let us pray to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother Sri Sarada Devi, Swami Vivekananda and Swami Niranjananda ji, that they will give us the strength to walk on the path of the spiritual life stronger and stronger. Om Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampartha Drutavigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamah.